How you guys doing? This is very important in reference to Fortune 500 corporations, and I used to work at the Hollywood Home Depot and on Sunset Boulevard in California. I mean, this is very important in reference to history of corporations and board members of corporations and who my father is and who my mother is, and in reference to the facts of my ownership of companies. Wall Street companies or businesses. This is very important in reference to executives too. And the fact of people disrespecting that I'm the majority shareholder and I'm the owner of companies. I mean, this is just totally absurd in reference to the bullshit of people. The cops need to go over to all the companies and ask which person's the owner. Not which person thought the owner would sell. Not which person thought they'd try to push the owner out of his own company. But who the owner is. Because nobody's ever going to be able to push me out of my companies. So I got legal right to fire everybody, no matter what level they are on. And I have legal right to have board members and executives fucking arrested if they're disrespecting me. My parents had billions of dollars invested in Fortune 500 corporations. Blue chip stock. Plus parent company ownership. Which I'm the only child and I own the copyrights of corporation names. Internationally. And domestically in reference to American land. So, this is very important in reference to the facts. Any executive trying to steal the companies, you can get prosecuted for attempted murder. None of the companies are ever for sale. They're not ever going to be for sale. Not never. So I can just shut down a company and wait and open up something new there in the future. If it was something wrong with the particular revenues of a company, or if it just, the trend faded out of whatever type of company it might be. So in reference to executives at the companies, if you're not a friend of mine and you're not stealing from me, and you're not conspiring against me, then you need to make some statements publicly. And employees can make YouTube videos too. I'm the real owner of my mother and father's companies and grandparents' companies. And we need the list of all the executives or any of the employees that tried to send me letters or tried to send me money from the companies. If you're one of the executives or board members that did not make a video, you're pretty much on your way out. You have to make some type of video supporting my ownership. Don't forget, I'm the owner of the companies. Anybody disrespecting my ownership, see, it's supposed to be me at the top of the companies because I'm the real owner. And my circle of supporters that support the fact of who I am for my protection and the protection of my ownership, not people at the company that hijacked the company, people doing security for the thieves that are trying to steal what I'm the owner of. Those people need to go into court and they must get prosecuted. It says I'm supposed to have money from my mother and father's companies every single day. I'm supposed to have a credit card, a corporate credit card from my mother and father's companies. Now we need to see a list of all the company executives that tried to send me Christmas presents or holiday gifts or Hanukkah gifts, or anybody that tried to send me corporate credit cards from my mother and father's company, of which I am the owner of. I'm the owner, even though I call them my mother and father's companies because my mother and father owned the companies and they gave me everything. But I still call them my mother and father companies, in reference to my biological parents, And in reference to casting directors, somebody said some casting directors tried to cast me in some movies. You need to make some YouTube videos. Make everything public in the information in the media and social media. Which person's trying to get in contact with me? Which person's trying to send me a gift or monies? And don't play stupid with the word gifts, like somebody's trying to shit on me, or somebody's trying to screw me over, or somebody's trying to rip me off, or whatever. I'm not going to play that shit. There's guidelines and procedures of law. I'm not going to play nobody's shit, even if they have to impeach anybody on any level. My mother and father's estate belongs to me. Estates belong to me. They don't belong to the government. And any government man slandering my intellect or slandering my character, those people need to get prosecuted. Just because people have political problems or their ratings of their position in politics is not the best, don't accuse me. I'm the real owner of my mother and father's properties and companies and businesses forever. And anybody blocking me from my trust funds, those people need to go to prison. This has been such a bunch of BS for over 26 plus years, and even longer than that in some other acknowledgments of information. Anybody trying to overshadow me at my mother and father's companies, people trying to claim they thought they'd be the owner, like they were trying to push me out and they thought they were moving up into ownership. No, that's not going to work. People need to go into court. And obviously the courts are incompetent because they don't understand corporate law and the guidelines of financial laws of corporations and the fact of my ownership. So somebody needs to do a survey or a questionnaire. Do not misrepresent. It's never signed, never gave, never sold, never. I'm the only owner of my mother and father's estates and companies forever. So in reference to, somebody needs to question the court judges to see if they know anything about corporate law and procedures in reference to the postal system, in reference to corporations, in reference to monies I was supposed to have received. I haven't received any insurance monies from the companies. There's even hostage insurance that in reference to me getting kidnapped, I was supposed to have received monies in reference to categories of insurance if somebody was holding me hostage, or if somebody was blocking me from my revenues, or somebody was causing me problems. Need that information publicly mentioned in the media and social media. If you're not making videos about it, about the situation, then you're obviously conspiring against me. Or, you can even have a spokesperson that speaks for, numerous people in social media in reference to the fact of who I am and who my parents are. In this case, everybody's kind of shy about cameras, whatever. But somebody needs to make, speeches about this situation. Every day is time wasted in reference to these people extorting and stealing from me and these people holding me hostage. And lawsuit monies I was supposed to receive. We need to see those court dates. Want those publicly presented in media and social media, reference to court proceedings and court cases when these people lost to me in court. See, the Treasury knows they're supposed to print money for me, because they know most of these people that violated my life, they can't afford to pay the lawsuit monies that they owe me. So the Treasury is supposed to print money for me for the lawsuits. I'm not supposed to have to run after people or chase after people because they won't pay me the lawsuit monies. The Treasury knows that it's endangerment for them to be forcing me to have to, run after the thieves or run after the people that owe me lawsuit monies. The Treasury knows that's endangerment, and that's attempted murder if the Treasury is not collecting or sending monies to me, collecting the lawsuits from these criminals. The Treasury knows they're supposed to print money for me in reference to the lawsuits, because the lawsuits are always in the billions plus and trillions. Real protocols in the media 24 hours a day of my identity.